Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are a first group of English Phonetics and Phonology, and the members are Ika Yulianing Rias, Dewi Ikrimah, Anisa Nurfadillah, and Tabah Bintang Kelana. Now, we will teach you about the production of speech sound. The material that we will discuss the first is definition and classification of speech sound. The second one is organs of speech, and the last is place of articulation. Okay, let's start our discussion.
Definition of speech sounds. Speech sounds are vibrations that travel through a medium, usually air, by displacing molecules of this medium, pushing them against one another so that they move each other along in the direction of the hearers. Depending on the consistency of the given medium, the sounds move at different speeds and have varying intensities. This is why we sound differently when we speak under normal circumstances from when we try to talk underwater, and also why it is completely impossible for speech sounds to travel through a vacuum. In other words, speech sounds are certain sound heard, produced through definite actions performed by the organs of speech and used in oral communication. Speech sounds are produced voluntarily. In the same sense, the organs of speech are placed in a certain definite position or move in certain definite ways. An ideal description should include information concerning the production, transmission, and reception stage of sounds. It means it should describe a sound in terms the movement of the organs of speech, the nature of sound which is produced, and the feature perceived by the receiver. Speech sounds classified. Correspondingly, the speech sound can be described and classified in three parts. First, articulatory terms. Second, acoustic terms. And third, auditory terms. The first part is articulatory terms. Articulatory terms is how the speech organs act in order to produce a given sound. And the second one is acoustic terms. It is what physical properties it has. And the last one is auditory terms. Is what features of it are perceived by the listener.
Okay, next we are going to learn about the organs of speech. Okay, let's get started from definitions. The organ of speech is the various organs of our mouth we use to produce speech. And the organ of speech are tongue, lips, teeth, alveolar ridge, hard palate, soft palate or velum, pharynx, larynx, uvula, and glottis. Tongue. The tongue is the most important articulator in the speech organs. It moves in different ways in different shapes to produce speech sounds. Lips. The lips are also active in English. They change the shape and the size of the mouth opening and influence the mouth resonator. They can be rounded and unrounded. When unrounded, they are either neutral or spread. Here you can see on your left a rounded position, in the middle a neutral position, and on your right a spread position of English vowels. Alveolar Ridge. The alveolar ridge includes the area between the upper front teeth and the hard palate to produce alveolar consonant sounds such as t, d, l, n, z. Hard palates, a thin horizontal bony plate of the skull, located in the roof of the mouth. The interaction between the tongue and the hard palate is essential in the formation of certain speech sounds, notably t, d, and j. Soft palate or velum. It should have holes forming the function during speech to separate the oral cavity or mouth from nose in order to produce the oral speech sounds. Pairing and layering. The pairing is like a tube beginning just above the layering and ending to part. The structure that holds and manipulates the vocal cords. Uvula. It functions in tandem with the back of the throat. The palate and air coming up from the lungs create a number of guttural and other sounds. In many languages, it closes to prevent air escaping through the nose when making sound. And the last is glottis. The glottis is the opening between the vocal folds. Sounds production involving only the glottis is called glottal. Combination of vocal folds and space in between the folds as the vocal folds vibrate. The resulting vibration produces a bassing quality to the speech called voice or voicing or pronunciations. Example is the sound
Places of articulation. Number 1. Bilabial. Bilabial consonants occur when you block or constrict airflow out of the mouth by bringing your lips together. English contains the following three bilabial consonants: p, as in purse and wrap, p, p, as in bag and cap, m, m, as in mat and clam. Number 2. Labiodental. Labiodental consonants occur when you block or constrict airflow by curling your lower lip back and raising it to touch your upper row of teeth. English contains the following two labiodental sounds: as in fro and calf, as in vine and have. Number 3. Dental. Dental consonants occur when you block or constrict airflow by placing your slimy tongue against your upper teeth. English contains the following two dental sounds: s, s, as in thick and pack, z, s, as in the and rather. Number 4. Alveolar. The alveolar ridge is where your teeth meet your gums. You create alveolar consonants when you raise your tongue to the alveolar ridge to block or constrict airflow. The English alveolar consonants are as follows: na, na, as in no and man, t, t, as in tap and rat, D, D, as in deep and bad. S, S, as in sit and bus. Z, Z, as in zit and jazz. La, La, as in luck and fully.
Number 5 is palatal. The roof of your mouth is the hard palate. You may know it as the place that burns like hell when I eat pizza that is too hot. You create palatal consonant when you raise the tongue to this point and constrict airflow. English has only one palatal consonant. Yeah, yeah, as in yes and by you. Number 6 is velum. You make velar consonant when you raise the back of your tongue to this velum to block or restrict airflow. English has the following velar consonant: k, k, as in kite and bag; g, g, as in good and bug. And the last is glottal. Glottal consonants are actually consonants. They just play consonant role in the language. In English, the following things happen at the glottis, as in high and behemoth. Say this word and notice how you are not actually constricting or blocking airflow for these sounds. You are just exhaling a little bit harder than you would for a normal vowel sound in transition to the following vowel sound. This is actually the culprit behind many of the silent syllables we discussed in the first lesson. For example, in the phrase, "What time is it?" the "t" in words is dropped and the vowel sound before it is closed at the glottis. Enough of our presentation. More or less, we apologize. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.